now it's the afternoon of 10th of February. Been a busy morning so far. Office stuff. I just opted to stay at home to get some bits done instead of going to the office. I've be gone till 9, 10 o'clock this evening, so just split the day up a little bit. So far this morning, a couple of calls kind of out of the blue. We have a Scottish giant has contacted us in relation to a partnership. To be honest, completely out of the blue. It wasn't a call I was expecting to get, so I got that today. And also, just now expanding on the links into America. Got a call to partnership with a new Irish program for players for college in the States to bring the high performance element to it, to support the players that are going away with the right sort of information to help them get a college program. So all the GPS side of things is going to kick right into that, which is excellent. So busy schedule for a day today. We're now off to the office a couple of hours, then over to Swords. We've got double sessions Swords this evening, but also have our partner club sessions with Johnson. So a program on in Navan for them also this evening, which is a double session there. So busy evening ahead, and we'll upload the videos later from the last couple of days also. So all good, keeping busy. There's always many challenges. I mentioned the word challenges quite a bit. I'll have to come up with a new word for it, but maybe it's opportunities. There's many opportunities come your way in a business. Good, bad, different, not quite what you needed at that moment in time. You're not ready for some. And one of which is losing good people. When you've got good people who've been on the journey for a couple of years, and you kind of know when it's time to move on, when it's time for some change, both for them and for yourself and for a business. But it is hard to find good people, and today we lose a good guy who's been part of the journey for going on just over 2 years now. And to be brutally honest, part of it is actually, from an honesty perspective, part of it is the challenges faced financially within this business, of it being so up and down, so period based. Everything can be wonderful, and then everything can be slow. It just depends on the time of year, the weather, like a big challenge that we now face is this time of year every year. We tried to preempt it this year, but haven't been too strong at getting around it, is actually losing players to teams. So when you do the job that we do, part of it is building teams for clubs coming out of their nursery structure into their under 7s, under 8s. And basically this right now, in 4 weeks time or so, we're going to lose about 70 players out of the current program who've been with us for kind of 2 years plus to join teams. So that's 70 players who go into their club now, forming kind of 2 teams in each of the clubs, which is, look, that's part of it. That's the aim. The aim is to make sure that teams get kids that they're not beginning at under 7s, that they start at a 5 and they know how to play, and they're confident with the ball, and they enjoy the game. So the challenge is to keep that cycle progressing. So This time of year, every year, we take a huge hit. And I know in one of our partner clubs, Trim Celtic, we've, for the last 2 seasons prior to this, produced 2 teams coming out of the nursery, and 2 very, very good teams at that. And this year's no different. In fact, I think this year we're producing more than we had any other year into the club at that 2013 age group. And it's trying to work around that. Yes, we could completely opt out of club programs and just solely run individual academy programs, which is kind of the way it's typically done. But I think we got to take the good with the bad, the ups with the downs, or the downs with the ups, and just deal with that. But getting back to the initial point, is sometimes you lose good people because of that fluctuation, and it's very annoying that happens. It's very annoying that it's fucking really annoying. Let's be honest, I'm in a little bit of a pissed off humour with it, but when you lose good people who you don't want to necessarily lose, and you want them to be continue to be part of that journey, but when it's as up and down as it can be, it's very difficult to keep that financial run going. Especially, I'd say it would be a lot easier if I had still been in finance, still had just kind of 2 jobs. I had a job and running the business at the same time. You can bankroll these ups and downs, but that's misleading from a business perspective, because you never really know the downfalls, and now we know the downfalls, we know the pitfalls within it, that we just have to kind of work around that. So when there's so much positive things happening, it's great. Then sometimes you get a slap in the face. Sometimes it feels more like a dig rather than a slap, but it's got to take it and work around it. And now, kind of after the morning went on, got that kind of sorted, got a plan in place. Kind of had a skeleton plan in place. Now just put some meat to it. So it's fine. Continue to move forward, but it still doesn't get away from the fact that you can lose good people. And I know I left a really, really good company, one of the top, the most known global brand in the world for coaching. I left it in 2015, or 2016 was it? I can't remember. Going on over 3 years ago now, and I left it, and I would have been coaching six days a week at the time, and they move on and they continue to grow, which is great. Love to see that, and continue to develop. So change is good. Change is part of it. Change happens, and you cannot get down in the dumps because of it. Everything happens for a reason. I do maintain that sometimes it's better for somebody's development, a player, coach, whatever, to actually try a different scenery, try a different location, try a different program, different environment to try and learn. Sometimes actually your learning stops, and I found that, and I've been honest with the person and said, look, learning has stopped. And I think it's important that you're continually learning, and as soon as you wake up, enough days, enough weeks have gone by and you haven't been learning, you haven't been putting 110% into it, what you would have been, then I think you kind of owe it to yourself to make a decision that maybe change is needed. And that's not a negative, it is a very, very big positive to make that decision that actually I personally, me as an individual, might want some change. And if the person needs change, go, give them wings, let them fly, and let them do it. Because ultimately it's a right decision. I don't think you can hold somebody back where the environment is not right for them to develop. It's not giving them enough, both financially, both from an education perspective, side of things, a learning side of things. So that's important, to give people the freedom to go and explore new things, coach new players, be in new programs, whatever it is. It's very important, I think, never to stand in the way of someone that wants and needs a little bit of change. Just following on from a last post on kind of, unfortunately I can't say this is opportunities, these are challenges, but cash flow matters, cash flow issues within running your own business. I think it's for any small business, and we're definitely a small business. We may have international aspects to the business, but we are still very small. Cash flow is a major issue, because it fluctuates so much. We are in a business to consumer, but also we've got parts of the business which are business to business, and the business to business side that we are trying to look at, how do we grow, but the business to customer is the challenge, and it is a matter of survival at times, waiting for the next part to kind of next term to kind of book. And I've no issue saying that. I've no issue being as honest as possible in these vlogs, because I think it is the way it is. At this Soccer 365, this EI Media X is all about honesty on what is the reality in both running a sports business and also running a business in this country. Now, there are businesses that they have a million or millions of turnover, but they would still see themselves as small businesses. We're nowhere near that, but it's still, you still have obligations to third-party contractors, coaches, that you've got to meet the needs there. And this time, unlike any other terms before, had to make a decision that said we can only run the terms for coaches based on what was there. And previously I would have went very much on the loyalty basis, and I took nothing and kept coaches in coaching, kept them in the few quid that they were getting, but that is not always sustainable, and it certainly long term is not sustainable. So a decision had to be made on that. It's unfortunate, but that's just the way it is. It's about surviving the market and not dying because of the market. So that's kind of the truth on the line, truth's out there. Sometimes it's not easy. Most of the time it's not easy. But with relentless passion, it's the only way that you can continue to do something that wears you down physically, wears you down mentally, emotionally, financially. That's a big one. However, you do go on the basis of hope that it will at some point be a little bit different, a little bit easier. It's never going to be easy, but it might be a little bit easier. But we are extremely grateful for the customers that we do have, both clubs and the partner clubs that we do have, and the partnerships that we've been able to build up over the last 3 years. So for anybody that wants to kind of, that's great, go into coaching and you make a few quid, you make a load of money. I can tell you now, you will spend more keeping things afloat, because you've got your insurance costs, etc. Yes, there's a lot of people out there that are operating these type of programs without insurance, and we pay thousands a year for our insurance because it's critically important. So it's something that we'll continue to battle with, the ups and the downs, the roller coaster of running a sports business in this country.